Hi friends, today we are going to start with a new lesson which is lesson number 3, issue of shares in our corporate and management accounts subject. Okay, module 2, paper 5. Okay, module 2, paper 5. Okay, corporate and management accounts. So as a part of corporate accounts, lesson number 3 is issue of shares. Now issue of shares, basically if you say a module, okay, you will find that this chapter is really vast because it has issue of shares, issue of bonus shares, redemption of shares, right issue of shares. So I have done a breakup of this entire chapter. Okay, so we will be doing issue of shares separately, we will do right shares separately, bonus separately, and then the redemption. Okay, redemption of shares as well. Okay, now what is this issue of shares? Now first most important thing, what is a share? Okay, shares as per a company accounts. Okay, since this is a corporate accounts, means we are talking about company corporate accounts. So what is the, how does a company raise capital? Company issues shares to the public. So it's a for public limited, it will issue shares to the general public, raise money through the capital from the public. Okay, so how is that done? They issue them a share certificate and take money. So say I have Mr. A, Mr. B and Mr. C. I have approached, I have got 3 shareholders who are ready to invest in my company. So I am giving 100 shares. Okay, I am giving 10 shares to Mr. A, 10 to Mr. B and 10 to Mr. C. Okay, the value of each share is rupees 10. So 10 rupees. So share capital to A is 100 rupees, to B 100 rupees and to Mr. C also 100 rupees. So I can say the total share capital of my company is rupees 300. Why? Because I have issued 30 shares at 10 rupees each share. Okay. Now shares are basically two types. Okay, we have equity shares and we have preference shares. Okay, on shares we receive dividend, we don't get interest. Like on deposits or on debentures we get interest, here we get dividend. Now preference shares are those shares who have preference in two situations. One, at the time of dividend they are given a yearly dividend which is fixed. Okay, so when I issue my preference shares, at that time only the terms of dividend are fixed. I'll say 10% dividend or 14%. So I write it also like this, 14% preference share capital. When I write the name like this of the account, that means 14% is nothing but the rate of dividend. So their dividend is yearly, it is fixed. Okay. And secondly is the winding up. At the time of winding up, we first pay the preference shareholders, and if after that any surplus is left, is then divided amongst the equity shareholders. But that is not the case with equity shareholders. Equity shareholders, the dividend is paid as and when there is a profit in the company. It is decided upon how much dividend to be paid, what will be the rate of dividend. It can vary year after year. Okay. So when I pay dividend to my equity shareholders, it is known as distribution of profit. Okay. So as per Company Act 2013 itself, when I have net profit after tax, from that net profit I first pay the preference dividend, after which whatever is the profit is available, it is known as profit available for equity shareholders. Then that can be used for distributing it as a dividend amongst the shareholders. Okay, so this is just to give you an idea at what is equity shares, what is preference share capital, because obviously we will be solving sums on issue of shares. So we need to know the concept of shares, about the dividend, etc. Okay, now to start with the issue of shares. Okay, when I am a public company needs to have minimum public shareholding, which is 25%. Yani minimum public who holds my shares has to be 25%, and maximum promoter, okay, holding, promoter can hold maximum 75% of its shares, and public has to be minimum 25%. Now in issue of shares there is two parts. Okay, one is issue of shares for cash, one is issue of shares for consideration other than cash. Okay, now for consideration other than cash, it is very simple. The accounting treatment also, it is like 2 journal entries and the accounting treatment is over. I can have shares issued to promoters, okay, for the expenses which they incur to bring the company into its being, okay, for incorporating a company. Okay, they appoint experts, they have research expenses, they do registration expenses. So there are promoters who bring the company into being. So when the company is formed, the company, instead of paying them cash, issue them shares. Similarly, vendors, wherein I buy some assets or I buy some machinery, okay, from a particular vendor. Company is just incorporated. They really do not have money, okay. So instead of paying them cash, I tell the vendor, I'll give you a share in my company. Okay, so I'll issue shares to you and I'll show it as a share capital of my company. Okay, from that capital, obviously, if I would have taken money, as a capital, I would have paid my vendor and got the machinery. Use that money for an asset purchase. But here I am directly issuing shares to my vendor, not paying him the cash. Okay. So even the vendor will be, yeah, I'll be getting dividend, I'll have a hold in this company, etc. Okay. So when I issue my shares to promoter, preliminary expenses I will debit it because it's an expense to the company, and instead of paying them cash, I will say equity share capital. Similarly, it is with the vendors. If I am purchasing a machinery, instead of paying them cash, I will write share capital. Okay. Now there will be, we will be also solving one sum in which, we are paying money, we are, issuing shares to our vendors for the purchase of the assets. Okay. So issue of shares for consideration other than cash ends here only. There is nothing more in detail. But when I come to issue of shares for cash, okay, there are three things in issue of shares for cash. I issue my shares at par, or at a premium, or at a discount. Now, when I see my Companies Act 1956, at that time issue of shares of discount was allowed. However, Company Act 2013 has strictly prohibited. We can never issue shares at discount. Okay, a company cannot issue shares at discount. Okay, unless it is a reissue of a forfeited shares, or it is an issue given to employees under employee stock option scheme or employee stock purchase scheme. Okay, other than that, there is no issue of shares at discount. Now, what is issue of shares at par and what is at a premium? The share always has a face value attached to it. Okay, so if I am saying the face value of my share is rupees 10, company ABC Limited. Okay, they have a face value of the share which is rupees 10. Face value is also known as nominal value. Same thing, nominal value, face value. Okay, and the issue price, the price at which I am issuing to my shareholders, to the investors, is also rupees 10. So my issue price is the same as my face value. The issue is said to be at par. But say if I am collecting an extra amount from my shareholders, I am taking a premium for my shares. So say my issue price is 12 rupees, but my face value is 10 rupees. So here the issue price is greater than the face value. Thus it is known as the shares are issued at premium. Similarly, if the face value is 10 but the issue price is 9, it is said that the shares are issued at a discount. Okay. So this discount is allowed at the time when we forfeit the shares, okay, and reissue the forfeited shares to another shareholder for non-payment of the call money. Okay. So we will be seeing the entire accounting treatment for the issue of shares for cash. Okay, whether it will be at a par, if it is at a premium, how the securities premium is recorded, what will be this recording, accounting treatment at the when there is calls in arrears, okay, when there is a share forfeiture, where there is a reissue of the shares. So in my next video, we have the entire accounting treatment for issue of shares for cash. Okay, thank you so much.